What's going on, everybody? Thank you for joining me on my YouTube channel. Today we're going to talk a little bit about where Bitcoin is going, what we see in the outlook. It is November 2017, so just in case you see this in a few months from now, you know exactly what we're talking about and where we're at. I sat with a group of individuals yesterday who have been investors in tons of things: real estate, mutual funds, stock market, IRAs, REITs, 401ks. They have done it all. They have been investing for 40, 50, 60 years, some of them. And we got to talking about cryptocurrencies. And as you know, these older individuals, when they hear the word cryptocurrencies, they're intrigued because it is something that they have never been able to dabble in. They haven't really been able to touch the market. They're super interested in it, but they're really unsure about how to use it. The technology aspects of it kind of set them back because they're not in tune with everything. And as you know, blockchain and how to get involved in crypto isn't the easiest process. So we got to talking about where Bitcoin is heading, what it looks like in the future, and where is it going, how it's being regulated. We talked about some of those huge institutional investors, and someone actually pulled out some information that I thought that I should share with you. So a few months ago, this data was aggregated, and it has just been released not too long ago, but the data talks about who the top institutional investors are. Who are those corporate bigwigs that are actually using crypto to hedge their investment funds, or use them to leverage the increases, the profits, and the yield. The highest yield in the market right now is crypto, and nothing can even come close to what you can touch with crypto's yield. So they're intrigued. They're getting involved. You see, the market is high. It's doing real well. 401ks are at a 10 to 15, slightly below 15% increase, which is phenomenal. That's excessive for a 401k because it is so hedged. You see that's the national average in those things are 7%. So when you get a 10 or 12%, you're doing cartwheels. But then you have crypto in the hundreds of percents, or depending on when your time frame is or when the window is, you see it yielding 100 times what the normal average is, which is crazy. But let's talk about those big institutional investors here. This pulls up the top 10. We see BlackRock. BlackRock is a huge institutional investor. They do tons of different things, different types of mutual funds, different types of investment strategies. It says that they're currently holding $917 million in crypto. I don't know. That's intriguing. That's a lot of crypto. Vanguard, Janus Henderson Group, big one right there. Bank of New York, so BNY Mellon. Southern Sun, Fiduciary Management. Northern Trust, another big one. Principal Finance Group, another big one. These guys are holding immense amounts of crypto in their fund, and these are people that are big. They're real big. Now, another one talks about the mutual fund holders. iShares Core S&P Midcap ETF holding 212 million in crypto. So it's interesting. Vanguard's a big player in this, and so is Janus Henderson. They're huge mutual fund holders. But you're seeing that. I'm sure you've all heard the news. Hey, IRAs, 401ks are using crypto to leverage those profits. So it's interesting because you have crypto that's all the way up here. You have the traditional market that's down here, making 12, 15%. Some of them more, some of them less, but on average, 12, 15%, all aggregated together. So what they're trying to do is use that to leverage the portfolio. You're not getting all of the returns on that. You're not getting 400% increase because you're so hedged. You're investing in 20 different things or more, and but they're trying to put that in to leverage the yield on it because it has been so significant this year. If they're getting involved in this, if they're leveraging it into these different mutual funds and these different investment strategies, my thought is that they see this not just today, not just tomorrow. Is it a bubble? Maybe. But they're seeing this as something that could be taken long-term, maybe. Mutual funds, something that's not just today and tomorrow, though. It is here for quite a while, and they're using it. They're not going to start loading up on these things if they think that it's just going to drop tomorrow or they think it's just going to drop next week. So interesting to think about. If institutional investors are getting involved, that means that one, we're probably still early in the game. Investing now in Bitcoin, just because it's at mid 7,000s, low 7,000s, does not mean that you're late to the game. But it does mean that it's a great time to invest. Now we may be seeing some high volume and different things going on because the segment is coming in November 16th. So that's only about 9 days away now. So we may be seeing volume increases and price increase because of that. But again, as institutional investors come in, price is going to increase. We are still very early in the game. I think that it is a tremendous time to get in. We're seeing Coinbase, a very large exchange. They reported that they have 11.8 million active users as of this month or as of last month. And before that, the month before, it was 10.5. The month before that, it was roughly 9. The month before that, it was roughly 7. So we're seeing consistent growth every month. 11.8 million people on an exchange is not a lot. Not a lot at all. Think about how many people are, one, in the world, two, in the United States of America. And the reason why I say that is because Coinbase is regulated on certain different levels and can only control certain currencies. So we can't think of it in global numbers because it's not really going to be effective with a Naira, because you can't use Naira to buy Bitcoin, Litecoin, or Ethereum on Coinbase. So we aren't open to the whole global forecast for that, but we are open to US dollars and Bitcoin, Litecoin, Ethereum, and conversion in those aspects. So 11.8 million in the grand scheme of things, and just the United States, and that's only a segment of the market, is not a lot. Way still early in the game. I think we're going to see a lot of the use of Bitcoin. I think we're going to see a lot of the people accepting payments and payment receivable. That's going to double. That's going to triple within the next 6-12 months. It is growing at a rapid rate, and it's still a good time to get in. We're only seeing some institutional investors in. We're still waiting for the huge big dogs to come in from the corporate finance sectors. And they're coming. They're coming. They're interested in blockchain. They know its significance. They can't stop the momentum that it has because it's so intriguing. The yields are so intriguing. It's interesting. So just to think about it, just wanted to drop in. I wanted to keep it short. I don't think I kept it too short. But think about institutional investors. Think about what will happen if those corporate bigwigs get involved in the crypto sector. They start using it and leveraging it into different investment portfolios. It'll be big because then we see volume will increase because a lot of the people in the traditional funds will start moving and hedging into crypto. So volume will pop up even more. So something to think about. Thanks for joining me today. Continue watching my videos, and I appreciate it. Make it a great day.